Okay, uh, I'm back for a minute here. I was thinking of something, and I should have these headphones on or not because I don't really need them when I'm this close. But maybe because I'm gonna be sort of in my kitchen making me some dinner. It's kind of late, but I always seem to have a late schedule, especially lately. Um, the energies has been causing me to sleep during the day, or I'm sleepy. And then then I come alive like 6 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't know, like geez. But of course, I've been getting slammed by those any, negative people, or any the different ones, because I can pick up your energy even off of text. I don't even have to text you. I can just pick up the phone and connect to your name. And if you got, ooh, and I have to like, oh no. So I've been getting kind of stuck, stung by them. And it's been kind of a lot because I have to sit here like this, what I'm doing, and take it off. It takes longer time, time consuming. And by the half of the day goes before and I may get hit maybe by one person and hit another person. I just can't do it no more. I'm tired. I can't go through it any longer. And and then the people which reach out to me, they want my help, but the help that they want is so in the low vibrations because that's where they're at. Yeah, doesn't serve me to even be in their energy to help them, because all it does is takes away from me. So I was in here, and that's why I started this video because I was thinking about love, okay, and how it works, and how so many people uh, got it wrong, first of all, and miss the whole essence of it, because the only way it's just an essence is how you know love. It's this essence is how you know what it is. If you don't feel the essence of it, you're not really feeling what is real love. Okay, you gotta know what real love feels like, and it's the essence of it. So, um, I gotta make me some dinner here, but so um, so so here's the thing. I've heard that it's people people love the opposite. Okay, for instance, when you grew up in age or whatever the case is, depends on where you was raised up and how you was taught. Somewhere along the line, there's a gene or emotions or something. It deals with your psycho chakra. I do know that, um, which is where your sexuality is at, and your root chakra and things like that. So tho- that begins to get active, okay, and then you want to be with someone, okay. But the thing is, when you was coming up, before you got to that place, there was a place and a time that your parents or somebody was supposed to teach you about how to love and what real love was about, and how you find that inside of you. So most people haven't been taught that though. So here's the thing. Uh, I see the fly come through here, like those flies. But see, for the simple reasons that um, something in the cosmos above happened during the period of creation, during the whole plan of creation. I put it like that, and then it got thrown off course to where the way it originally should have evolved as a species, or you know, uh, one uh, type of creation, okay, which have been physical, this type here, physical. But in my understanding, or my clear vision, you really wasn't supposed to be in this type of body, not originally, but for the reason that you got things got put off course because of what happened, then um, they engineered your body in a different material way, form, So you in a more low dense than you usually would be in, as far as energy wise, as far as frequency wise. And then along the way, they have programmed your hologram here into a certain reality way of thinking, okay, a way of believing or whatever. Thinking is the same thing. Thinking is everything. You believe when you think. Think, you can't do nothing without thinking. So you was put off, put off there, um, and not actually being able to evolve the way plan of creation really was supposed to have went. Okay, and a lot of things has happened along the way, but the main thing happened was because of the overthrow of the plan of creation was was brought in under a evolving way of thinking, you know, uh, to in the considerations of the masculine, of the phallus and the masculine energy being uh, dominated, or being uh, the way, okay, and 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 then by doing that, you was sort of uh, blinded to the nourishment part of life, which is your mother, the feminine energy, and in your heart, where your heart would be in your heart chakra. So you were sort of uh, trained how to block off emotions and certain things. Is that okay? And more or less than tend to those emotions, or allow those emotions to come through and flow. You withdraw and you block them off, and sh- nailed up the fence all around them, and you took to the fight part of things, rather than being more feminine and using your emotions and allowing them to flow, and feeling that nourishment of whatever that was going on in your life, and whatever that you was in tune with, or wanted to be in tune with. You didn't know how to use those emotions because you've been taught to shut them down and not be in feminine energy and with being connected with your heart. And that's male or female. Okay, doesn't matter because you carry both energies in you. We all do. You're a male and you're a female because that's how creation is. No matter what, even the birthing of creation, it's still with the energy of male and female. Okay, so uh, and then when it comes down to using that element or that emotion, which is love. Love is the essence of it, but inside of that, there's many emotions that builds inside of an essence of love. Okay, so um, you had not known how to operate that way because you was taught to shut that part off, and so you begin to operate with the egoish, with the ego mind, the mind itself, intellect, you know, and and trying to love that way too. You know what I'm saying? Uh, you know, and then maybe you sometimes depends on who you were and who you are and how you was brought up. I have to take this down because it muffles. Like the way it does, make my ear muffle and sound like I'm talking underwater. So anyway, you you somewhere some of you maybe occasionally uh, would drop down from your head, your thoughts and everything, and they'll go into your heart and feel that heart chakra spinning around. Depends on uh, what amount of genes you had and whatever lineages you come from, all that kind of stuff. Then you would learn how to use the heart rather than use this here. And then you would learn how to you would learn how to love. You give to love the proper way. But the thing is, love does not begin with number two. It does not begin with you. It begins with me because because I'm one, you two. Okay, and we two come together and make one whole. But you you wouldn't start from number two to 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 give out love or to receive love. You would start with number one, and number one has to start with number zero, which is where everything comes out of, as far as receiving love for yourself, and then knowing how to channel it inside of you and nourish it and nourish you. And then you can go and get someone else that could join in the same frequency with you, and you and them come together, and you will be able to love one another in a proper way. But see, you were taught totally different. So you've been doing love out of your intellect. Most people have, and out of your solar plexus. Maybe that's part- and everything except for here. Most people have, and so um and so when you go out to get another to love, to to to, to give love, and then they in turn want to give you back love, you was receiving um, false love, plain and simple, because you don't have to take the gift because you didn't get it yourself. You have to get it from source, and so you had that inside of you in order to give that out to someone else. So how did you love? How did you love? How would you love? you know. So it's like I was saying on the other video. When you teach in creation or Christian, want to show the information to someone or share whatever you want to do. You want to present the information. That's right. Present the information to people. If you can't present it by just coming into the solar plexus in the middle of the body and begin to present information about how creation came about, or how all this exists, whatever it is. What is the energy of source, and what is the energy period, and what is energy, all that. You could, if you start here, you're not, um, you're not going to get it. Uh, you're not going to be able to present it the proper way because you're missing out. You know what I'm saying? Because you wouldn't know which way to go now because you're here in the middle. And then you go down there and then try to come back in and tie it in. You may, you know what I'm saying? You're going to miss a lot of roads or turns. Okay? So, so if you were, let's say you were going to do the numbers, write the numbers down, 1 to 10 or whatever, you, you wouldn't start at number 4, would you? You would start at number what? Number one, a number zero, really what everybody should be there. But that's been missed in number counting. So let's not get there right now because it's another world. So you've been leaving out the zero. But even with the one, you had to start it at the beginning, at the start, which is the one. Why would you start down here? And even if you went down there, you got to bring that one in there with it somewhere, okay? And if you're not up there, if you haven't really uh, brought them together, and as you begin present whatever your presentation, then you still missing what needs to be brought in to this number 3 or number 2, number 4, whatever number 4. So you can't like, present life itself and starting at number 4, because if you do, you know how they say, don't look at the glass as half full, look at the glass as it's uh, all full, or mostly full. Okay, not like it less under full, half full, but like it's mostly full. So so if you if you start by presenting creation and 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 in the middle of what what you have uh, got informed of, you then have to go back up to where the zero added to the whole, and and gather information to bring back, and then you may still just come back out of that hole. You just walk right on over 1 and 2 and 3, right on back to 4, and start bringing information back in there. Or you're going to go back in there and you're going to gather as much as you can, but then you got to bring it back to connect it to number 4, and that may take you a while to get back down there. So where you at? You know what I'm saying? So whoever you present it to, they waiting on you to come back, but you got to fix up here first before you get back down there. You know what I'm saying? So I like I say, once you start bringing out the the information, once you know what is and what isn't, okay, that's all it takes is knowing what is and what isn't. And once you begin to know what is and what isn't, you you want to present it in a way to where it can be brought from the way it began. You know what I'm saying? The way it's supposed to operate. I mean, don't you operate from up here as the beginning, or as the whole? And see, and here's another thing I was thinking, because um, when when it when you connect with somebody in love, and you and that one person connected, let me put this on. Once you and that one person connected, um, things is not balancing out because you're not connected right. Um, you you're bound to uh, not to be make up a whole pleasurable life, okay, in that relationship will have a lot of hangers in it because it's turned around backwards in the way it's supposed to be turned. And then when when you when you do it the right way, when you do it the right way, and you start up here in the hole where everything begins, and you are connected with Source itself, and Source is pouring in you the love of what you need, the energy of love that comes from Source and comes into you, and you put it inside of you, and then you ferment it in there and let it savor to get essence from it. Um, you you cannot be overthrown in a relationship, in any relationship, in anything. You cannot be overthrown because you are connected to a whole. So you ain't missing out. You can't miss out on love because there's so much there. The only thing you can't do is give that one who don't have some of their own for themselves what you got because they cannot receive it. Because if they do, they receive it the wrong way, and they'll just throw it back out. Probably they won't appreciate it. They won't be able to give it back. So you still gonna be off balance. You see what I'm saying? So you cannot give love any other way except for the way it is, and that's coming out of the whole. And so when something don't balance in the relationship or whatever that is that you're in, you want to put love in, if it and something don't balance and you realize that you skipped a number and you went over here when you should have stayed, you should have channeled down, whatever way. Um, when you connected, your boat can't be rocked. Okay, you can't rock the boat. Somebody can't rock the boat. Okay, because the boat can't be rocked because you're in a hole. You connected to the hole. So you're not, you know what I'm saying? You cannot miss what you don't have because what you don't have is something to put it in because until something is made up for you, put it in there, you're gonna have to keep it in the hole. And eventually something or someone is going to come along the way that's going to connect to the whole, and then you and that one will be on the same frequency and will vibrate together, and then you can come into together, two and one, make a whole out of you, and then you begin to create and connect it still to the whole, but yet making another creation of the likeness of the whole. You know what I'm saying? But that's how it goes. I'm trying to give it to you the right way so I can explain it to you. Because that's how love is. And yeah, and it goes so much better when you're loving yourself. It really does. Because when you're loving yourself, you're not only loving you, you're loving me as a whole, as a collective. The whole where you come from, the source. You're loving that. And when you're loving source, you're loving everything. And you're loving everyone. You see? So this just a little something I had thought about and how love, fits in with with how creation is made up, and how it evolved and how it's supposed to evolve. But yet it's been evolving backwards. Right. Yeah. Okay, so that's just a little bit of something that I wanted to be in there. And now I'm finished cook because I have to make my food hungry. Okay. All right. Guys, thanks for listening to me. Okay. Namaste.